Hey everyone, welcome back to Python for Beginner series, and this is gonna be our video number 22 in the series. And today we are gonna learn about the OS module in Python. So basically the OS module provides the facility to establish the interaction between the user and the operating system. It offers many useful OS functions that are used to perform OS-based tasks and get related information about the operating system. So let's see our exercise number 22. That is, using the OS module, create a variable called current directory that holds the current working directory. Okay, so let's see how we can solve this. And we already know how to import module because we have seen how to import random module and string module. In this particular video, we'll see how we can use OS module. So you just have to simply write OS for importing the OS module, and after that we'll use the comment to get the current working directory. Okay, and we have to create this variable called current directory equal to, and os.getCwd will be the function we'll use. Okay, and we're gonna print current working directory. Okay, current working directory, this is the variable name we are using. So let's save the file and run the code. And this is our current working directory, that is Python for Beginner, which is on desktop. Okay, great. Now let's see our next question. Exercise number 22.1. Use the os.listdir method to create a list of all the files in a current working directory and print the list. So let's see how we can use this particular method. We'll create the variable called file list equal to os.list directory function current directory, print files in the current directory, and we're gonna print the file list variable. And here what we are doing, get the list of files in the current working directory. So we are simply performing the ls command, okay, or in Windows we are performing the dir command. So let's save the file and run the code. Okay, so this is our result. First is the current working directory and second is the files in the current directory. So it is not looking good, right? So let's see how we can change the output. Like we want each file in new line, so we can use for loop. Okay, let me remove it, and we'll use for file in file list and we'll print the file. Very simple. So let's run the code again. And as you guys can see, we have our files in a new line. The current working directory is this and the files in the current directory. Great. Okay, now let's see our next question. Exercise number 22.2, that is, use the os.mkdir method to create a new directory called test directory. So let's create the test directory. Create a new directory, that is test directory. We'll use os.mkdir and we'll provide the directory name in double quotes, and we'll print the directory created successfully. Okay, so first we are using this os.mkdir method to create this test directory, and after that we are printing the message that is the directory created successfully. Okay, it should be directory created successfully. Okay, so let's run the code. Okay, the directory created successfully, but so let's see if it's created or not. Dir, and as you guys can see, the test directory is created. Great. So exercise number 22.3 is use the os.rmdir method to delete the test directory that you just created. Okay, now we have to delete the test directory, and for that we'll use os.rmdir and we'll provide the name of the directory, and we'll print the message that is directory deleted successfully. So as you know, the directory is already created, so let me comment these two lines. Okay, now we can delete the test directory, save it and run the code. The directory deleted successfully. Let's hit dir to check. Okay, and as you guys can see, we don't have the test directory. Let's see our next question. So 22.4 is related to creating a file called test file in the current working directory using the open function. Now we have to use create a test file.txt with the help of open function. So we'll use file equal to, okay, file1 equal to open test file.txt, and after that we'll use file1 dot close, and we'll print the message file created successfully. So let's save the file and run the code. File created successfully. Let's hit the dir command to see the file, and as you guys can see, test file.txt is there. Cool. Now let's see our next question. 22.5 is related to the rename method. Use the os.rename method to rename the test file to renamed file. Okay, let's see. So I have commented the test file creation code. Now we have to rename the test file.txt to rename file.txt, and for that matter we'll use the rename method os.rename, and in double quotes we have to provide the test file.txt, like the whole name, and we are renaming it with the name that is rename txt, and we're gonna print the message that is file renamed successfully. So let's save the file and run the code. File renamed successfully. So let's hit the dir command, and as you guys can see, the renamed file is there. We don't have any test file here. Cool. Okay, now let's see our next question. Use the os.path.is directory method to check if a directory called test directory exists and print the result. So we know that we don't have the test directory because we have removed it. We have deleted the test directory. So let's see how we can check if a particular directory is present in a system or not. Let's comment it. So we have to check if test directory exists in our system or not. Okay, and we'll use if else statement for that. os.path.is directory method, and we'll provide the name of the directory, that is test directory. Print test directory is exist, else print test directory does not exist. We don't have the test directory because we have deleted the test directory, but let's see what will be the result. Okay, the test directory does not exist. We know it. Okay, let's see our next question. Use the os.path absolute path method to print the absolute path of a file called renamed file.txt. Okay, we know the rename file is there in our system, so let's see the absolute path of that particular file. So let's write get the absolute path of a file, and we'll use the file path as a variable equal to os.path.absolute path, and in double quotes we have to write the name of the file, that is renamed file.txt. We'll print absolute path of the renamed file.txt is, and we'll use the file path. Okay, so file path we are printing. So let's see the absolute path of the renamed file. Let's run the code, and here is the absolute path. Okay, now let's see our next question. Okay, use the os.path.isfile method to check if a file called renamed file.txt exists and print the result. So we know the rename file is there in our system, in the folder. So let's see how we can check if a particular file is there or not. So we have to use the if else statement. If os.path.isfile, and we have to provide the file name in double quotes, renamed file.txt colon, print the renamed file is present, else print the renamed file does not exist. So let's see the result. Okay, the rename file is present. We all know the rename file is there. Great. So this is how you can check. Okay, this is how you can check if the particular file is present in a system or not. Okay, let's see our last question. That is, use the os.path.getsize method to get the size of the rename file and print the result. So let's see how we can get the size of the file. Get the size of the rename.txt file. We'll use the size variable equal to os.path.getsize. Okay, we are using this function, and we have to provide the file name, that is rename file txt, and let's print the size rename file.txt size, and in double quotes we'll use bytes. So let's save the file and run the code. The size of a renamed file is 0 bytes because we didn't write anything in the file, so that is the reason 0 bytes. Okay, great. So in this video we have seen how to import the OS module, get the current working directory. After that we have seen get the list of the file in the current working directory, like it is just like a ls command in Linux and dir command in Windows. And we have used the for loop to see files in a new line. And after that we have created a new directory with the help of this mkdir method. After that we have deleted the test directory with the help of this rm directory method. And we have also created the file, that is test file, with the help of this open function. And we have renamed that file from test file to renamed file. We have also checked how to get the absolute path of a file with the help of this absolute path method. We have also seen how to check if the file is present or not in a system. So for file you can use isFile method, and for directory you can use isDirectory. Okay, and lastly we have seen how to get the size of a file. Okay, with the help of getSize method we can get the size of the file. So I hope you like this short demo of OS module in Python. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and please give it a try if you are new in Python. And yeah, that's it for this video guys. I hope you like it. If you did, then please share this video with your friends and your colleagues. And yes, make sure that you guys are subscribing to my YouTube channel. We'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and keep learning. Bye bye.